nice. We are now live. And it's definitely been a while, but welcome back one and all to episode 130 of Peace Talk. We're bringing back the series. We're bringing it back strong. Pisces new moon. And today we have a very, very, very legendary and amazing guest. I don't want to gas you up, but like I'm
I'll
already
mute myself if you want me to. No worries. I'll take it though.
I'm definitely excited to introduce Miss Leanne, Miss Leandria, aka Neighborhood Hope Dealer. How are you?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm so excited to meet the peace dinner. Listen, one of the things, I got peace signs all over me, so it was destined that we would meet and have a conversation. So I'm super excited about this.
All right. Where are you based at?
So I got a shout out. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I am based in Charlotte, North Carolina. I came here chasing a dream, and so that's where I am right now.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, that's what I meant to ask. Where are you? Actually, no, yeah. So you're from Louisiana, but you're in North Carolina.
Yep. Born and raised, Baton Rouge, Digger City. Absolutely. What about yourself? Where you what's your origins?
Well, in West Philadelphia. No,
Hey, born and raised.
in the playground.
Well,
I was.
listen, we can do it now. Okay,
We
I'm sorry.
really can. I know. That's why I was about to fully do it. That's why I didn't like chill real quick. But yeah. Okay. Shout out to the people in the live chat, by the way. Oh
Hey,
yeah. Oh, did you want the link to the actual video so you can see the live chat with us?
I'm new to this, so no, I'm fine. I guess if you can run the show, I'm fine. Should I? Is that a thing I should want?
No. Normally most people like to just chill because it might be too much. But yeah, it's totally cool. Like I was born in Phoenix and then I grew up in Queens for like 4 years, but I'm truly from New Jersey. That's
So
where I
you
grew up.
you in New York, a lot of a northerner. I like, so a lot of people always they always think I'm from the north because I'm such a straight shooter. I like to call myself Henny with no chaser.
Oh,
So I'll take that.
Northerner. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. East Coast, East Coast.
Dirty South, the real dirty South. I'm in North Carolina. Everybody be like, this the South. Nah, I'm from the bottom of the boot. So yeah, this ain't the South to me. I know, like, we are the epitome, like we created Southern hospitality. So that's the thing.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
deep. So wait, how long have you been in North Carolina?
I've been in North Carolina for about, I came here in 2013 for law school. So since
Nice.
2013, but like all my people, my family, they still in Louisiana. Like I'm actually going to go and surprise my mom for her birthday in a couple weeks.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, yeah, you said something even more interesting. What? How was law school?
Listen, it was it's a scam. It was eye opening. So you gotta understand. Like I don't know if it's I'm so nervous. I'm sweating. My glasses fogging up. I gotta take them hoes off. I'm sorry. I curse like a sailor. You gotta forgive
Oh,
me.
please, you were encouraged to curse it
But
out.
law school. So you gotta understand. So I'm from Louisiana. I want to say I'm first generation me, which I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. So my sister went to law school right before me, but like we have different dads. So technically I'm first generation, but I'm not first generation. But like
Uh-huh.
even for her, like we didn't have an idea of law school. So and even so I'm the middle child, so I was super weird growing up. So like moving to North Carolina, completely out of my comfort zone, completely out of my element. And I went to law school and I didn't know anything about law school. Like they talked about the bar and all of that good stuff. And then I tell everybody this, when it was like the bar, I was like 8 turn up and I didn't realize it was a test. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
right.
Right. Yeah.
So I got into law school, and I had the dream or goal to change the world, but I realized one day after sitting in I was allotted one of the privileges, I was allotted the privilege to actually practice law under somebody else's license. And what they teach you in the books and what happens in real life isn't that thing. I like to say justice is in the hands of whoever sits on the bench that day. And that
Right.
discouraged me. And the people in law school, they were so mean because I was this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed girl from, pack my little shit from Louisiana. I'm going to law school. I'm changing my life. And it wasn't like that. People are cruel and mean, and I learned the law, and you really, it teaches you how to, dance in the gray area, to be
Mhm.
honest. And it is filled with a lot of pretentious people and things, and that kind of deterred me away from law, because I do want to change the world, but I don't think that I'll ever be able to effectuate that change, like,
Mm.
through the law, because just sitting through law school was like, they started, I remember my first year, they started a hate page about me, and me being from Louisiana, I'm going to every floor trying to fight everybody, like, the fuck you mean. But it was an experience, and I'm grateful for it. It definitely changed my life. I definitely
Right.
have a perspective. I like to tell people I speak a foreign language, and I like to educate people based on my knowledge, because law school was expensive and a lot of people can't really get into law school. So I
Mm.
went and I used it. I put my legal knowledge in a tool in my tool belt, and I use it to help people in any way, and just kind of help people. And so it's fucked up, because law school changed the whole way you look at the world. I don't look at the world like you. I already didn't look at the world like you, but I look at the world in lawsuits and liabilities, like everything, like copyright, everything, because like they beat normalcy out of your brain, and they
Mhm.
fuse you with, like, just being able to spot a lawsuit at the drop of a dime. Even when I go to the grocery
Wow.
store, like, if I see a fruit on the floor, I'm like, that's the lawsuit. Like, and that's how it's fucked up, but that's how I see the world.
You're a critic now. You're a law. That's amazing because my friend just put me on to like discharging creditors with postal money orders, and all that legal language is a whole nother language. Like I can't even wrap
Oh,
my head around it. It's like, oh my. So I
it
can
is.
only imagine how you like
It
have mastered that.
it teaches you, and like, yeah, it's like speaking Chinese. It's trying to read. It's like fucking trying to read Chinese. It really is.
Yeah,
If you're not
yeah.
taught or skilled in reading what you're reading, that's why it's always important to get a lawyer. You need to hire somebody to read this shit, because they'll put some words in there that'll fuck your whole life up. So yeah, that's the thing.
So what's your sun, moon, and rising sign?
Listen, I love my placements. I'm so blessed. My sun is a Leo, my moon is Libra, and then I'm a Scorpio rising.
Oh, so the Libra moon's probably the law energy right there. That's amazing. So
And
you're on some hidden justice for the people. I love
I
it.
like to say, I like to quote J. Cole, I'm a man of the people, not above but equal. And so I really live by that.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. The
And so
Leo.
what about you? And then I have a question for you as well.
Oh,
So sun, moon, and rising.
Gemini sun, Capricorn moon, and Taurus rising.
Ooh, you earthy as shit. All right, so what's your favorite placement?
Oh shit. Um,
And it doesn't even have to be like sun, moon, rising, just in your overall chart, what's your favorite placement?
it's so interesting because since like right now Pluto, Capricorn, Saturn, they're all on my moon right now. So I would say before it used to be my sun in Gemini, but I would say it's either my 29-degree Mercury in Taurus, or really my 23-degree moon in Capricorn next to 24-degree Saturn in Cap.
So I fuck with the Capricorn. Like, I fuck with all earth signs. Like, I just had to. My mom is a Virgo, so I was raised by a earth sign. So it is what it is. I fuck with the earth sign, but I definitely fuck with the Capricorn, because I got Saturn and Capricorn in my second house. So like,
Oh,
I have a different respect for the Capricorn and the hustle nature. Like, um it's like, and it's like with Capricorn, like, especially with Capricorn, either you I say with Taurus too, it's like my sister said, either you love me or you hate me. It's no in between. It's just like you understand me or you don't. Either you trying to get this fucking money or you not trying to get this fucking money.
Yes. Factuals, factual. I love Leo because Leo is the lead role, like the main character in the famous five.
And the crazy thing is, I listen, and that's what a lot of people. I gotta speak up for the Leos, and maybe it's my Libra moon, but I hate attention because I'm a hustler, and so
Mm-hmm.
when you a hustler and you trying to go get it, the less attention you have on you, the less the easier you can get shit done. But the more
Yeah,
eyes you have on you, the more it's like it's okay. Just think of it from an energy
you're
perspective. The
right.
less negative
Yeah,
energy coming your way, it's less things you
right.
have to fight off. But
Yeah.
when people see you shining, even when you're not trying to shine,
Even
people
when you're
send all
not
kind
trying
of
to
negative
shine.
energy. Yeah, they send a
Yeah.
negative energy
And people
towards
are the
you.
most jealous of Leo too. Like you cannot, and your son's in the 10th house, so it's like you have to shine, and it's like, damn it, I want to.
I'm
But
like,
everyone's gonna look
please.
at you when you walk in the room, like it's like that's wow, that's amazing. That's so amazing. And so, is your South Node in Virgo or in
I
Leo?
don't, and so I'm learning birth charts, and so I can tell
Right.
you, I'm learning how to read them. I know my North Node is in Aquarius. So what would that make my South Node? Would that be?
Leo, which is even deeper.
Oh wow,
So,
okay.
so I would think you were born 1990 or
No,
89.
89, August 89.
89.
Yeah,
Oh snap! That's what's up.
yeah.
Goat squad, goat squad. No, that's really dope. Yeah, like congratulations, you're finishing your Saturn return.
Listen, let me tell you, fuck Saturn return. No, nah. Let me tell you, I appreciate Saturn return with everything in me. I had a, I wouldn't say a tumultuous Saturn return, but if so, I've watched the Leo King. I've been really like on my spiritual shit, and I kind of went back when I really learned what Saturn return was, and I looked at the times where Saturn was directly like was in the degree it was at the time of my birth, and those were some of the most tumultuous times of my life, but those were some of the most growthful times of my life, and I'm so grateful
Right.
because I've turned
Yeah.
into like I just like I don't like to brag on myself, so I don't say this in a braggadocious way, but I turn into a powerhouse. I turn into a super strong person because I've always been super kind and super sweet.
Mhm,
And so
mhm,
people like to take advantage of people like me. And
mhm.
what my Saturn return taught me was, be sweet, but like tread softly, but carry a big stick. Like you can be nice, but you can also let people know not to fuck with you. And it gave me heart, it gave me drive, it gave me ambition. But it was tough. When I tell you it was tough, I went through, and I'll tell you, like, I'm an open book because a part of me being a hope dealer is letting people know like I'm human and we all humans and we all go through things, and people like to walk around this world and act like they got it all together and act like it's all perfect, and that's not true. And when we put that illusion out there, it causes other people to hide, but I'm here to be as human as I can be. So during that time I was in an abusive relationship. I was getting my ass beat. I had a miscarriage. I had an abortion, and I didn't at that time I didn't know that I was going through my Saturn return. But
Oh,
I looked back, so I actually went back to the dates and looked at the degrees, and I was like, oh damn! During this time, that was actually the day I went to the hospital, and I was just like, because something was wrong, and I went to the hospital, and I found out I was having a miscarriage, and on the day that Saturn was 8 degrees Capricorn, that's when I found out.
oh,
So it
that's
taught
deep.
me self-love. Like I'm on a self-love journey now, and that's how I'm ending my Saturn return. I've been through a lot of relationships. I've been through trying to find love outside of me, and at the end of my Saturn return, the one thing I learned, the biggest lesson that I learned, is when you don't have a deficit of love, you don't take love from just anybody. You're not craving it, and you don't accept it, and you just kind of love the shit out of yourself. So I like
Yeah.
appreciate my Saturn return.
Yeah, that's what it taught me too. That's so awesome. And I'm glad you kind of went into it, but who is the neighborhood hope dealer? Like what inspired you to step into this role in
Um,
service to us?
um, like so I've been studying. I've always been super scared of my spirituality. I'm from Louisiana, so we already got that hoodoo voodoo kind of thing, and everybody always asks, especially when I say I'm from Louisiana, they like, oh, you do voodoo. Well, first off, let's be trill, ENT. I believe in it. I believe in magic. I believe in all those things, but because I did grow up in that culture, I know those things are real. So I don't play with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Hmm.
anything to be played with, and I respect
Hmm.
it. I respect everything on this earth because it's all here for a reason. But so I kind of started as I started my spiritual journey. I lost a little cousin when I was like a couple years ago, just out the blue, and that was kind of my spark to start my journey. And so as I grew up, and I'm behind the scenes lurking, just kind of watching um different spiritualists. Like I started watching like Your Angelic Karma, House of Oshun. Like that's when I really learned about tarot, because I was always scared of it. It was always something that was like taboo, even
Yeah.
though I'm from Louisiana. So I'm watching it. And so as I grow and I go through my spiritual journey, I see all of these spiritual healers, and my heart is just dissatisfied with it. It's just like, not to say like I love everybody has their own way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their each reader, each spiritualist, they're meant to reach a certain people, a person with their messages. But like I wasn't satisfied with the messages that I was getting. I was just like, oh, none of y'all doing it right. Let me do it. And I was so scared because I'm like, people gonna judge me, especially, I'm a pastor's kid. And but I was like, fuck it. And so my goal was like, especially just after my Saturn return, I just wanted to like, I'm goofy, I'm a big ass kid, and I love to joke, and I love to be real, and I'm very straightforward, and I'm always here to help, and I just wanted to make people smile. And I was on this chick YouTube tarot page. Her name's Shanique Tarot. And she's the first person I ever let read for me. And she was just like, stop dimming your light. And that was a reoccurring message that I got, was stop dimming your light. And,
Yeah.
I told you, I don't like to be I'm like, but, that was a message. So I felt like that was
Wow.
God saying, you know, go. And so I had always been talking about I love politics. Like I told myself, like, I'm a corporate America by day, and I'm fucking Sabrina the Teenage Witch by night. And so it's a lot of different things that I like to do and like to talk about. And I wanted to give Black girls and just different people a platform. Like the world is in despair. And so I just wanted to be a reason people smile. I wanted to be a reason, I wanted to give hope to the hustlers who know what it feel like to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and know what it feel like to get 1,000 no's before they get a yes. I wanted to give hope to the dudes who don't know what self-love is and know that they need to, you got value just like a bitch got value. And don't let that hoe take your money, because hoes ain't shit either. You know what I'm saying? So like I wanted to be that voice. I wanted to be that face. And like, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I prayed on it. And I just let God talk to me, and God was like, this is what you need to do. So I just let him order my steps, and I'm here.
Nice. That's amazing.
So, all right, I've been meditating on your energy. Um,
Oh, it's that.
so it is crazy because I tried to record a video, but I was too blowed and it just didn't record. So I just was like, that's God. So I got some things for you, but why are you the peace dealer? What do you how do you deal peace?
No, it's a really good question, because some people call me a peacemaker sometimes, and I'm I want to I want to make sure I can present what I do in ways that differentiate peace dealing from peacemaking. I am
Mm,
not a peacemaking ass Negro. Um, I'm not really here to like be peaceful and turn the other cheek And then I think some people think that's what I'm here for. And I see peace as something more ideal, in the sense where, you know, what I'm doing is taboo, like a drug dealer. So I'm dealing peace on these streets digitally and physically, that comes in the way of true value and clarity that can't really, you know, fade away. And in a world where, you know, people are lying, and you know, people are lying to you, and people are dimming your shine by not acknowledging who you are, I help provide a sense of peace, by disrupting that, you know, sense of illusion that might cause you to underestimate yourself or confirm, you know, what you already know. But I like to deal peace in a more disruptive way that is the other side of war. Like I could get, like, I could be the war dealer real quick, but you know, we keep it peaceful here. We keep it peaceful here.
So first off, that's like, it's such an oxymoron, but I'm a wordsmith. I went to law school, so I gotta, if I don't understand something, I gotta dig deeper. So what,
Wow.
I'm gonna ask you, what's peace to you?
Peace to me, and that's a really good question, because I think that, of course, there's a subjective sense of peace, of what people think is peaceful to them, and then there's an objective sense of peace, right?
Mm,
If we're going to speak really objectively, peace is what peace is the evidence, or rather, peace is the silence that comes with death or cessation, where there's truly no stress
mm,
that comes anymore. But, you know, once again, like, it's a very important question you asked, because in a lot of ways, the peace that most people experience is a complete illusion, which makes you wonder, why do they feel at peace? Is it because things are going right in their life? Is it because they have a gate around them? Is it because, like, there's certain factors in their mind that make them feel they're at peace? And it's something that I challenge myself. Like, am I safe right now? Like, am I at peace right now? Because someone could hypothetically run up with some automatic weapons and spray it up, which would mean that me feeling at peace was kind of an illusion where it could go down anytime. So, you know, it really makes me wonder existentially, what really is peace. So personally, I feel like the way to deal peace, if anyone else wanted to take up the mantle of peace dealing, the way to deal peace is to be yourself, and to, you know, express the truth, because truth breeds clarity, and from that clarity you express peace. And so, you know, peace is the mutual understanding of clarity. I want to really take it away from just a good feeling, like
mm,
of a feeling at peace that makes you feel, you know, safe. Peace to me is less about feeling safe, and more so like an expression of justice, when things are or the direct expression of integrity, when things are, you know, done right. I hate to be vague though, but yeah. I'm just gonna abstractify
It's just
this.
like, I'm gonna not answer your question, but answer it the best way I can.
I'm a
Well,
Gemini. This is what I have to do. Yeah, like, I can't not do.
well, I'll say this to you. This is something that, Spirit put on my heart to tell you. The most sought after, a lot of people, and I said this in one of my videos, but a lot of people in the world, like, they don't know what they're chasing. They chase money, they chase cars, they chase clothes, they chase hoes, they chase dick, they chase everything. But the one thing that they're looking for, but that they have not identified that they're looking for, is peace.
Mm,
Like, peace is rare, and to have peace in the midst of a storm is not easy, and to find inner peace is it's a practice. It's like becoming the alchemist. And so
mm-hmm,
what you're dealing is a commodity that's hotter than coke, baby. Like, it's hotter than it's and it's crazy because we live like people do everything in their life to live. Like we're alive to feel, and but in the midst of our feelings, the one feeling that we all want is peace. Peace is the absence of for me, peace is the absence of unsurety. Peace is solace in the storm. It's not ignoring the storm. It's knowing that the storm is there, but being okay in it. And so,
Wow.
like, know that what you're doing by being the peace stealer is you're giving people a thing that they don't, a commodity that they don't. It's like having $1 million in your pocket, but not knowing it's $1 million because somebody told you it was 10. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know any better. You're a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like peace is the most powerful thing that anybody could ever have. Peace to me is
Wow.
heaven on earth. So like
Yeah.
keep dealing that shit, slaying that shit like it's worth everything, because
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. That's what this Saturn return taught me in a nutshell, to really do just that. And I'm just so amazed at how awesomely you articulated that. That touched my heart very powerfully. So thank you. Um, yeah, this is just very. It's still all very kind of crazy how this is all happening while everything that's happening. Like I don't think anyone has had enough time to really recover from everything that's been going on. It's just like every month it gets deeper. What do you feel about what's been going on this year?
Listen, I see the world differently than the rest of everybody else. I
Look at
have thoroughly enjoyed this year.
that.
And
Nice.
life is all about what you make it. You create your reality. And I was watching something. I was watching shout out to. I love to quote people. I went to law school. You got to quote people, or else you will get copyright infringement. You will go. You will. You can get sued for not quoting people for their shit. So
So that's a
it's a heck.
liability.
Yeah.
Oh
So I
wow.
always quote people, but so I like to say as above, so below. But the flight boss, his name is D-Lo. I don't know what, like, I don't know
Dolo
his
the pilot man.
right. The flight boss, bitch. I
Archangel
love him.
Uriel. Archangel Uriel. That's the brother
I
right.
I love him. I love him. And I love him because he's human. And he as human as he fucking wanna be. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to what I was saying, like he said, not it's not as above, so below, but as without, as within. I believe in as above, so below, but what I look at this world as, I look at this world as this year, your life could change. Next year is indicative on how you spent this time. What did you do with this? From I'm a Christian, but like I believe in God, but I don't. I grew up in the church, so I don't really fuck with the church like that because
Right.
I understand the business side of it, and I seen how
Right.
church people. I fuck with God. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Jesus
when
felt the same way.
like
Even
I
in the
take it.
Bible, he was talking about the church. Like everything that's happened in the church, Jesus was like, John, this is what they doing. This is
and,
supposed to be by God.
and my dad is one of the good guys, and so he's really a good preacher, and that's who raised me. And so I don't fuck with the church because I seen the church fuck with my dad, and I really,
Right.
I'm not a
Right.
fighter, but I be wanting to beat the fuck out of people like yo, you a hoe, bitch, you supposed to be a Christian. But that's another tangent for another day.
I feel you. That's real. I feel you. I've seen that happen to my mom too
And so
in
it
the
kind of,
church. Yeah.
yeah, and it kind of turns you off. But I don't damn the church, and I believe that there are good churches out there because my dad is a preacher, and and I know that there are good men out there. Tangent. But so when God says peace be still, it's not many times like how lucky are you, to have a brief reprieve in life. Whatever your situation is, like like it's something that you could look at no matter what your situation is. How can I better my life? How can I, Kevin Gates said, how can I turn this trash into cash? How can I maximize the potential of this downtime? A lot of people got to work from home. A lot of people were without jobs. A lot of people, okay, were you happy at that job? You got all this time to be at home. You get time to spend with your family. You know what I'm saying? A lot of places they and I'm not at all taking away from the disparity of the world, because there are people, and like I said, them the people I fight for, them the people I hustle for. So and whenever I make it in life, I'll make sure I pour back into those communities. But for the people who can take the time and sit down and say, well, I get to work from home, or I get to sit at home. Did you reassess your life? What changes did you make? How did you grow? And did you use that time to meditate? Like, what did you do to better yourself in this peace be still moment? Did you waste your time worrying? Or did you turn that worry into creative energy and start that business? Pour into that Black community, pour into the white community, pour into whatever it is that sings to your heart. And I feel like this was a time that we got to really do that. And it's hard, and I've been under a rock, like I really say, because I feel things on a completely different level. So I try to, especially, and it's crazy because I really love politics, but I even kind of put my politics down because I can't feel that right now. I'm on a mission. I'm on a spiritual journey, and I can't let anything take me right now. I'm not strong enough to. I'm like you said. I watch the videos, but I'm building up. Like I'm working on my powers. I'm in training mode. I'm not ready to fight the big monster yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in a part of the game where I'm going through losing lives and not doing the same thing that I did before, and still learning. So I can't expose myself to those things just yet. And you got to know yourself in order to do that. So how did you get to know yourself? So I've enjoyed it, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed, and I don't take this time for granted. I don't take my health for granted. I don't take my life for granted. But you can either stress about it, or you can either turn it into something good, or you can alchemize it. And I just decided to alchemize my time. So that's how I feel about this. What about you? How have you used this? What effect has this had on your life?
Well, I mean, ugh, it was simultaneously a smack in the face and just the utter realization of, you know, things that I learned 10 years ago at the start of this journey, but like fully understand. And it really was just, that's why I was so I thought it was amazing that you asked me what my favorite aspect was, because this Saturn return just revealed like the true nature
Mm,
of who I am and what I meant to do and why I'm supposed to actually take it serious. And like it just confirmed prophecies and things that, you know, I myself have said and have come into the knowledge of, but like really understand now and really understand the context of everything.
mm,
It's really having me step into the more coming of age of like owning our power and not really making excuses um regarding like the responsibility we need for our actions. But as far as what I've done with this period, like it's returned me to myself. And
mm.
I finally finished my karma, got my degree, and I'm just ready to go full throttle. And
Okay.
yeah. Well, if this is actually a perfect time, since we're going back and forth with questions, to play the three questions game.
Okay.
And we'll just ask each other three questions. We'll go back and forth. So the first person asks, they answer, then the next person asks, answer, and we'll go back 3 rounds. So you can go first.
So let me tell you, I'm so type A. I already got a list of questions for you.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. So if you could be one tarot card, what would it be and why?
Wow. Um, that is so profound because the lesson for me yesterday was literally that. Because this whole time I was focusing on another tarot card, and it's like spirit or a deeper part within me had me really understand why it's this one card, and it's helped me focus on this so that through that I can really function everything else. And it's the magician. And
Okay.
the reason why is the magician is Mercury, and Mercury is directly on my AC. And this Saturn return especially has helped me understand why I need to embrace the role of the magician, of the one that, bridges the within and the without, and stepping into that archetype. My birth card is the hermit. So yeah, I've been really, I've been really kind of embracing this, but I didn't realize until like recently why I need to be the magician, because that really enlightened me to it's in a I love when you said that I'm earthy as all hell, because like, or you said I'm just mad earthy, because this whole time I've always thought of myself as a Gemini, as a zodiac sign, when now I'm starting to realize I'm more the planet archetype, like I'm more Mercury instead of being Gemini, or I'm more Taurus than I am Gemini. And that's kind of hard to accept, because I want to be like this magical Peter Pan Gemini, but I'm actually more Capricorn and Taurus, and I have to step into like that part of myself and really own the Gemini. So yeah, it's been a challenge to transition in, but
Trust me, I understand.
oh yeah. So my first question to you is, I just thought I think it's so fascinating how real it is, because the Scorpio rising authentically doesn't really want attention. Like you really get the whole like negativity. So what's one thing you love about your 12th house Libra moon, and what's one thing you don't like about your Libra moon?
I love my ability to speak, to put words together. And I tell people I'm multilingual. One of my favorite things to say is I can go anywhere. I could go to the corner, chop it up with the D boys. I can go to the courtroom and command attention in the courthouse, or I could just talk to some little kids and we can have a good time. Um, so I love my ability to manipulate that air and really use it to for the betterment, like to use
Wow.
it for good and to really help people and be able to reach people at whatever level they're at. One of the things that I would say I'm not a big fan of is I do like I think my Libra moon makes me too soft. Because I like it's it's like a resistance band. Like I don't sometimes I can look at a situation and know that a person deserves more than what they like than what than what I'm giving them. Like you deserve a harsher punishment, but the Libra in me, the fairness in me is just like, no, I'm gonna just walk away. And I feel like that makes me look weak. It makes me appear weak. Um, and I don't like that, because when you appear weak, people try you, and then you gotta be fucking psycho bitch, and then that's never good for anybody.
Mm. I can imagine the Leo part is ready to just throw down, like, which is amazing. Like a lot of people think it's just Aries that turns up, and it's like Leo turns up even harder, y'all. Like I don't think y'all know. They're just on the throne. They're not trying to get off the throne and
Yeah, I was
and
like, I
kick
don't
you
have
your
time to mess up my hair and my nails to slap the fuck out of you.
right. Yes, this is just truth. Wow, that's powerful though. Yeah, I it's interesting. Libra can be taken for weakness, the Libra moon, when it I think one of the most dangerous moon signs, to be honest, because like you can
Oh,
just really know
why do
someone.
you think that?
Well, especially as a Scorpio rising, like you can really just know somebody instantly, and you can tap into like hidden parts of their character that they don't even see. And
I
so
can. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna finish that sentence off by saying you can spot a sneak diss or like instantly or a hidden enemy.
And that's the thing. Like I also, it's just like I alluded to being okay. So superpower conversation. You talk about coming into your superpower and really picking up on the subtleties of various things. And I feel like Neo in the Matrix after I took the red pill, because that is I didn't realize that but I can, like, I could read a person in 2.5 seconds and
Wow.
like and be accurate with it. Like I read your energy. I want to talk to you about your interview with the Leo King, because I was so I wanted to punch you in the throat, but in a loving way.
Oh my God. Wait, the recent one or the old one?
The recent one.
Okay. Oh my God, what? And I feel like that's so, like, I don't know why I feel like that's such a Leo Scorpio thing too. I don't want to just like archetype you, but it's like, why have I felt that before?
But I can, and so that is one of my superpowers. I literally can. I read people all the time, and the one thing I hate is when people just look at me and lie to me. And I've gotten to the point, I used to when I was younger and extra fiery, and I wasn't as chi as I am now. I'd be like, bitch, the fuck, like I would eat you up. But now I just look at people and smile and
Right.
keep going. So I'll take that. All right, my turn, right?
You're right.
What's one thing you love about yourself?
Once again, like, I feel like that was my major lesson, like, because I've always shrugged off self-love. Like, I love myself, like, I don't, why do I need to really like show it? But this really helped me understand, like, what I can this really helped me understand real things I can appreciate about myself. So like, even if other people want to put me down, like, I got myself. And one of the things I love about myself, I would say, is that I'm very solid. But more so that I'm super stubborn. I love that I'm super stubborn. Like Naruto stubborn. Like, it's my ninja way stubborn. Like, if I'm determined to be a certain way or do something, I'm gonna rebel against all odds to do it. And
That's that
right.
Capricorn in you. That's that
Right.
Capricorn
That
and
has to be the
Taurus.
cap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, you told me I couldn't do it, but why did I do it though? That
Right.
so
Don't
I
believe me, just watch. Yeah.
right. Absolutely. Yes. Um is it because I was calm you wanted to punch me in the
Yes,
interview?
yes. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Bring out the peace done.
every time I'm on high vibe, I always like get super calm. I think it's just really the way I think it's just really the change in energy and just being out my element. But yeah,
Bring
I'm
your
gonna
element with you.
I'm gonna
You
work
you
on
you
that.
control your elements.
Right.
You bring that fire. That's what make you the peace dealer. I was so pissed at you because you said so many good things, but you you left out the thing that made you you. Like you were so it's like somebody shot you with one of those darts and you just was like, hi, I'm the P. Nah, you the fucking, you walk around with fucking Thor hammers. That's you. That's your energy. You talk about superpowers. You have an energy. Use that shit. And I was so
Yeah.
disappointed. Not disappointed in you because people, like, I hate to disappoint motherfuckers, but I was just like, I wanted to come in and shake you because
Yeah.
I wanted that energy. Because especially with the Leo King, because he turned. So like y'all two turn energies together. If you channel them right, man, it's so powerful and your
Right.
message would be so much powerful. And I would love to see, that Mike with the
With
Leo
that Leo
King.
key. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because y'all, it would be for y'all already good, y'all already super intelligent, y'all already outside of what the norm is, but you gotta bring he bring his energy. He a Leo, so he ain't gonna never not be a Leo. So you gotta channel your energy and match his. And not
Right.
and not that it's a competition, but it's just you being you. And when you bring that fire and that authenticity to that, watch how that shit pop. You're gonna be like, oh shit, because that's you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I'm
work.
sorry
I'm
to
gonna
preach
work
at
on
you.
that. No, but it's true because so that's one thing a lot of people kind of that's one thing certain people kind of tune in on. Like my fire is gone, but I think it's more so because his earth energy and my earth energy is so chill. I just get like caught up in that, and sometimes I'll be a little high too, like before.
I already knew. I was like, he blowed like shit. I
Right?
already knew. I
Yeah.
was like, he hit a blunt. I thought he was supposed to stop smoking. I already knew.
Right. Right.
He didn't have to tell me. I just didn't want to put you on blast. I already knew. I was like, he gets some good ass indica when he got on this bitch.
And so let me catch me up, country. But yes, we're done. This full moon is actually the finale for me. I've said that many full moons, but
why? I don't listen. When I was in law school, I wrote a paper on marijuana and health, and I think marijuana is extremely healthy for you. I think, and so I stopped smoking it when I went on this self-love journey because I started to associate marijuana with, like, I used to smoke so much to just get through not smashing somebody's head into a motherfucking wall.
It's real.
So I had to disassociate that. Like, when I smoke, I want to smoke it like as a luxury, as a joy, as a pleasure, like having a drink. So I stopped smoking for that reason. And so I disconnected the two. And when I go, my sister just moved to Seattle. When I go to Seattle, we're gonna fucking choke it up all day. You know what I'm saying? But that's a celebratory thing.
Right.
So
right.
I don't think you should stop smoking. I think, like,
well, I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna take a break. Really.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Then do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Do drugs. Right. But I'm so glad you said that, because like there's so many different opinions. Like there are voices in my ear, like from other people in my life, that would push me to quit and put that stigma on it.
Smoking. You should say, and you shouldn't smoke. That's how I deal with, like, if you don't want me to smoke, you don't smoke. But I'm a smoker.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't think I really don't think it's bad. I think it's something in moderation. It's celebratory. It's good. Like it helped me meditate too. I'm just gonna kind of cut out the excess of it. And
I'll take that. Anything in excess is poison. Rummy said it. So that's absolutely, I'll take that.
True that. But thank you. That's very key. My second question for you is, which I think it's just amazing that you have the knowledge of law that you have. Do you, because it's one thing to have the knowledge of law, but it's another thing to have the wisdom that law school is mostly a scam. So in some cases, right? So what advice do you have for people who don't really know the law? Like if you were to deal with someone, how would you direct them? Like what should everyone know about law?
No matter, the reality is the reality. And even though I don't fuck with law, it is what rules us. So
right.
I would tell you to get to know it, because when you know the rules of the game, you can play them. Does that make sense?
Right, right.
When you understand the game, you understand how to maneuver in the game, then you can play it. And so while I'm not a fan of it, I do have to understand it, and I'm happy that I do understand it, because I can maneuver through the world a lot better. I know my rights. I know what I can and can't do. I know how I can and can't move. And that gives me a peace. And not like it's like a sick piece. It's just like, it's fucked up that I noticed, but because I noticed, I know that, if I move this way, I could possibly do this. And even with that, you got to understand, justice, like I said, justice is in the hands of whoever sits on the bench that day. So, even if everything that you know about the law lines up properly, if a judge, if depending on the type of trial you have, if the judge is like, I disagree, then that's how it goes. But knowledge, you can never know too much. So I always tell people to, like, you can go to just read, and if you got questions, like, even come to my page. I gotta say this, I didn't pass I took the bar twice, and I tell people, everyone, don't tell people that. Nah, fuck that. It's human. This shit happened. I took the bar twice, failed that bitch twice. The first time I say it's my fault. The second time I was in a strip club with bitches. It is what it is.
The bitches, the strip club and the bitches were supposed to work. It was supposed to be right.
The bitches was better than the books. But it just read and ask questions, and don't be afraid to ask questions. If you don't know something, ask. If you hop on my YouTube, be like, what does this mean? I can't give you legal advice. I gotta say that. That's like, I have to say that. It's not that I want to say it, but I can help you understand something. And I would tell you to, get a lawyer, help. But sometimes you do need a lawyer. Sometimes you need somebody. It's like having a translator. It's like, I don't know what you're saying, so let me help you. So always, it's free information. Always ask, always know your rights. Um, and it's important. That's super, super, super important. And understand, especially for my business people, don't just sign no shit. Don't ever just sign no shit. Always get a lawyer. And don't get a grimy ass lawyer, because lawyers just grimy as fuck. Get you a real nigga. They got real nigga lawyers out there.
Yes. Okay.
That will really help you, and that really are for the people.
Okay.
But that would be my tidbit. Like, the law sucks, but it's better to know it to play the game than not know it and be in the game all willy nilly like you in fucking Jumanji or some shit.
So for people who getting into it, it might be like so much for them. So what's the right place to start?
Whoo, shit. That's a tough one,
Right.
because it's like no easy way to start. Pick up what are you interested in? What do
Right.
you? It all depends. The law is so multifaceted that it's it's like a, I don't know if you ever seen a Beauty and the Beast. That's my favorite movie. But it's whenever he goes into the library and he shows Belle all of the books, like that's how much law it is. So it just depends on what you
Wow,
want
that's
to learn.
real. Right.
So just pick up whatever you want to learn. Just pick up a book and start reading. Like, it's anywhere. You could go online. You can I would, and anybody who really, like, one of the key things, I bet money every law graduate, every lawyer has a Black's Law dictionary. And that just, it's a dictionary of all legal terms. Anybody could get it. And so when they say shit and you don't know what it means, or even when you read your book, like, if you pick whatever law book you decide, you got torts, that's like your assault, that like, it's, you got civil law that teaches you how to deal with the civil system, you got criminal law, you got family law, it's so many different, it's a law for everything. So it just depends on what you want to know about. Just pick up a book. I say get a Black's Law dictionary. That's your fucking key to everything, because you'll be reading these books and not know what they mean. But if you have your Black's Law dictionary next to you, you can fucking look the word up and it'll help you a little.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're both on the last round of questioning.
Okay. All right. So if you if you assessed me and said I had a superpower, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. Um, it's definitely keyed to you becoming super strong over this time, because that super strength is very much so like it's the Scorpio and Leo, right? So there's a lot of different composite facets of your chart that will now make up this superpower. We have the spirit of Christ with Leo, the Leo sun. We have the Capricorn, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, which is right, which in the third house can produce the likes of telepathy. In fact, I'm glad you asked that, because Pluto is going to be in the same sign as your Scorpio rising. So that actually makes you a Pluto instrument alien, an alien construct where you can literally cause others to see what's occurring on deeper levels, um, outside of just your legal knowledge and your life experience, but also assist the dying and crossing over. You can literally like directly identify who's an enemy. So, a lot of these different facets, I would say, um, is if I were to compile that into one chart, I would say you have definitely. I think the easiest thing would be to say nigh omnipotence. Like you really do have, like, you're really all powerful at a level of, which is why I say, we're GOAT Squad. But it's like you don't just have one power. When I say you're all powerful, it's like you're able to express different elements of expression. I would say, however, your superpower would more be the source of strength and power. So it's like you may have a sense of absolute life, and that's where it's kind of hard to speak on, because once again, like there's your moon superpower, which is more intellectual and telepathy. So I feel like all of this would be like like Shazam, or characters in comic books where they can do anything, but their power is linked to a source of power that lets them do everything. And so I feel like your power is even bigger than that, because you're that source for the whole world, and you deal this hope to the neighborhood, like so. But in the sense where, like, first of all, your superpower would definitely be confidence, if anything. But there's a deeper supernatural like level to this, that whereas other people actually do superpower abilities, you're like a living source of it, and you know how to direct it. So I would just say it changes the game on. I wish I could give you like no power, but let's say nigh omnipotence. To be
And
honest,
I've never heard of omnipotence, so I'm gonna have to look that out. And it's so crazy that you say confidence, because that's one of the things I struggle with most of my life, is just being confident. Like, a lot of times people tell me I'm dumb, or I'm ignorant, or I never be shit, or I'm too ghetto. So building confidence is tough.
right. If anything, I'd say your confidence is nigh omnipotent. Like you have such strength that you can accomplish anything. You can literally do anything you want with it.
I appreciate that. I think so. It's not, it's like you said, don't believe me, just watch. It's not much that anybody could ever tell me I can't do it. I'm not gonna make that shit pop. Like, cause
Right.
that's me.
That's what's up. Well, my final question to you is the first thing you asked me. What's your favorite aspect of your chart so far?
So far, I feel like that's tricky too. I'm like you. I would have said it was my Scorpio rising, and my Libra, the like the two Libra and Scorpio rising, um, but it's I have Capricorn, I think Uranus, and maybe Neptune, I believe, in my
Mm-hmm.
second house. And those are is okay. So the way I learned those, because I told you I'm still learning. So we got Capricorn, the disciplinarian. We got Uranus, the come and fuck shit up party person, and then we got Neptune, the let's just vibe out, let's just smoke this bitch out. You got all of those in one. And so the way I read, even the way I read is a little different. The way I would tell somebody how to maneuver through energy is a lot different than everybody else. But the way I read those is they all play together well. The Uranus keeps the Capricorn from being too structured. And the Neptune just kind of mellows everything out. So I have this killer ass work ethic that seems effortless to the people around me because of that Neptune, that illusion. But the way I work is so unorthodox because of Uranus. So people's like, how the
Wow.
fuck is she doing that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't like I told you, I don't like to say shit in a braggadocious way, but I realized that like people always like, how you do that? And I don't know how I do it either, because I do like I work like I'm fucking like I'm exhausted right now. And you probably wouldn't ever be able to tell, but
I wouldn't be able to tell that at all.
I
What?
am
I
dog
thought you
ass
were chilling. I
tired.
thought you were just what? Damn. That's why I thought you were chilling. I thought you had like that. That's crazy.
I don't drink any caffeine or anything. Like, this just me. This is me exhausted. Like, I'm dog ass tired. I didn't sleep last
Wow.
night fucking with this Pisces moon. Me and my mom had a little spat. So I don't like being salty, but I had to heal some childhood wounds and try to help her heal. And so that's not always easy. I tell people dealing hope ain't easy. Dealing hope is not a pretty game. Sometimes it get dirty. So, but that would be the Capricorn. I love my hustle. I love my, like, I got a spirit. Like, man,
Right.
it's just it's unmatchable.
I agree. Yeah. I this has taught me to respect the sun in Leo, especially in the 10th house of the boss. Like you truly are like the queen hustler. So, I mean, I guess in closing is what's a final word of advice you have for people, and how can they reach you if they'd like to, contact you?
I'm so not good at stuff like this. I'm like, oh, don't reach me. But um, I say my final word of advice is life gonna throw you curveballs. Life gonna fuck you in the ass. When it fuck you in the ass, ask for lube. Enjoy it. Bend over and take it, because that's kind of it don't ask, life doesn't ask, it just does. And it depends on everything, our whole outcome, everything around us, how we feel is all how we see things. And you can either see it in a good way or you can see it in a negative way. And if you choose good every time, if you choose to see the light in everything, no matter how bad, if you choose to learn the lesson in everything, you won't ever lose. Everything that you encounter will be for your good. Even the shit that people mean for your bad is gonna be for your good. And that fuck people up. When they try to fuck you up and you take that shit and you turn that shit into cash, you turn it into gold. So don't let things take you down. Don't let people take you down. Don't let the world take you down. Just keep fucking going. Life gonna suck sometimes. Life gonna be good sometimes. No matter, and like, just remember that balance. Remember that, let neither knock you off kilter. When good things happen, don't get too out of pocket. And when bad things happen, don't get too out of pocket. Understand that they both must coexist. And when you understand that and you can maneuver through that and you can ride that wave, life is so much better. And it does really give you a peace that surpasses understanding. And
Hmm.
and that's all we looking for anyways.
Amen. That was perfectly said. Well said. Well, thank you all for tuning in once again. Once again, is there anything you website you'd like to plug or anything you want to share?
I ain't here to sell nothing. I'm only here to give hope. My YouTube is the neighborhood hope dealer. It's spelled weird. Hopefully Michael can put it under the
Right.
video. And that's really all I have is, please go watch videos. It's my journey of, what I do to hustle and how I maintain, and just I love to do experiments on myself. So it's just that I don't like to leave comments open because I don't like mean people, and I might cuss people out if they try some crazy behavior. But, but you're welcome to. If you got questions, my email is Leanne Coates, LeandCoates @gmail.com.
Mhm.
And that's all I got.
Perfect. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in once
Thank
again.
you.
Leanne, thank you. This was really awesome. Episode 130. And yeah, peace out, y'all.
Peaceful. Thank you.